YouTube, what's going on? It's the other half of S&D Picks. Sam here, bringing you another video. Everyone, I need to give you a round of applause real quick as we swept the plate yesterday, 5-0. We're gonna put the slips up right here for you guys. Everything smacked. Jokic, a little sweaty. He had 3 boards halfway through the game, or halfway through the first quarter, but ended up getting the last one with a minute left. Twins, free, boom. Started off the game with the double. Hey, yo, Dylan, what else you got? Oh, Hartenstein under assist. He didn't even have an assist in the game, that shitter. So the first video, clean sweep. I know you guys love that. I know Dylan said don't put them all in a parlay. I don't know what he was talking about. I was feeling it.
Don't just put all these plays in a big slip and expect them to hit.
Got a full slate of MLB and NBA picks for you guys today. Parlay them, straight bet them, do whatever you want. Just choose the ones you like and don't bet on the ones you don't like. Be careful with your money. Be safe with your money. Don't go throwing it out. Don't emotion bet either. Don't go trying to get your money back just because you lost one bet. Stay with us for the ride and you're going to be counting that dough every single day. Just to recap that, we got 7 MLB picks for you coming from me, and we got 3 NBA picks coming from Dylan. And let's get into these picks real quick. Back with an MLB GOAT today, and we got plenty of picks. Let me count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 picks on the slate. I'm confident in all these picks as I've researched them for hours. But to start off with the bias play today, we got Phillies money line. We got Christopher Sanchez on the mound today. Looking at this right away, Phillies are smashing lefties this year. Bohm, Schwarber, Realmuto, Stott, Sosa, all batting above 300, as we do have the hottest hitter in baseball right now, Bohm. On the team, faced a lefty today, put up 6. Very confident against lefties, and just a small sample size of them facing Armanea already. You can just look at the stats: 500, 500, 1,000, 1,000. All these, look at the OPS. Bohm is 1 for 1 with the home run. Stott's 1 for 2 with the home run. Sosa's 1 for 2 with the home run. But we checked the Mets against Christopher Sanchez. It's just straight red. There's not much size. I mean, Pete Alonso, 9 at-bats is the most we got, and he's gotten 111 against him. Against left-handed pitchers in general, there is not much sample size. They haven't faced much lefties, and as you can tell, when they do, it's just straight red. I love the Phillies in this spot. They're continuing their road trip, and I love taking their money line right here. Let's hit the Reds and the Diamondbacks. I got the Diamondbacks money line in this one, minus 142. Reds have lost 9 of the last 10. Lost back-to-back against the Giants. Diamondbacks did just beat the Orioles, which is on the road too, which is big for them. Their bats are hot. They put up 9. Ashcraft against Montgomery on the mound. They have faced off this year. Diamondbacks did win that one. They actually, as you could tell, let me pull up head-to-head for you guys. Pull up head-to-head real quick. This year they did sweep the Reds on the road as well. So I see them winning this first game at home with ease. Ashcraft with 5.4 earned runs against the Diamondbacks this year, and Montgomery with 2.57. He went 7. Ashcraft only went 5. We could check this right here. Just looking at this right here, we have the Diamondback stats against Ashcraft. Gurriel, Grichuk, and Carroll batting well above 300. Even Suarez batting 500. And I love that. Against right-handed pitchers, they are struggling a little bit, but I shouldn't be too worried about that as they have seen them before. And they did win that game as they swept them. Also, just taking a look at this. Montgomery throwing against the Reds. The Reds have struggled against him, especially their superstar, Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 6. And left-handed pitchers in general, they're not doing the best either. I just see the Diamondbacks continuing their hot bats and winning this one at home as they swept them earlier on in the season. The next play we got is the Rangers over the Guardians as they head home after getting swept by the Colorado Rockies. This one's at minus 120. Guardians are a good team, yes. The record shows that. Rangers, solid team as well. Defending champions. But just looking at this, the Guardians have been struggling just a little bit as they lost 3 out of 4 to the White Sox, which to me is very concerning. And Lorenzen, I feel like he'll have a pretty solid day, especially being back at home. Cleveland has not really seen Lorenzen at all, which helps them out. Especially Josh Naylor, 0 for against him, and not much stats to look at for them hitting against them. Against righties, they're doing all right. A couple players better than others, but when we take a look at this, we take a look at the Rangers against Bibby. The one that stands out to me is Garcia and Lowe and Semien, as they all are batting above 300, and their K rates are low. which is what I look for and which is what I like. I see them coming home, winning this game. Game 1 of the series. They have been struggling a little bit, not putting up the most runs. Neither have the Guardians. I just see Lorenzen out pitching Bibby, and the hitter just getting it done and scraping by. Next game I got for you guys is the Orioles. I got 3 picks in this game. I got the Orioles money line. If you want to, I got them -1.5, and I got the under. We did take the Twins money line and -1.5 yesterday, which smacked against the Blue Jays. They ended up winning that one 5-1. And the Orioles, you can tell right here, are 10-4 in their last 14 games at home. They did end up losing to the Diamondbacks. We got Berrios versus Burns. I feel like Burns is going to throw an absolute gem here. Berrios struggled against the Phillies last time he was out, which I believe, last time he threw was against the Phillies. Struggled against him. I could see him continuing to struggle as we go check out the Orioles versus Berrios. And they have a huge sample size, plenty of at-bats to look at. Santander batting 300, Mullins batting damn near 300, Henderson struggling, only batting 200. But Rutschman, 16 at-bats, batting 625 with a 1.604 OPS, which is amazing. And Toronto against Burns, not the best either. Vlad batting only 250, Bichette batting only 250, not much right there at all. Here, just looking at them against right-handers, it's not the best either. And whereas when we look at the Orioles against right-handers, they're actually crushing the ball, and they're at home, which is something that I love. I see them continuing to be a great team and win this first one at home for sure. Also, just going right here, the Orioles, or the Blue Jays, my bad, are 5-12 against the spread in the last 17 games. I see Burns outpitching Berrios easily, having a great game, maybe even a shutout. I see this game being 5-0, 4-1, 4-0, something like that. Blue Jays are a very struggling team right now hitting. You can see they put up 10 against that game. Bullpens got released. They threw everyone. I'm not too worried about that game, and the under of the Orioles in the last 17 games at home. The under hit in 7 of the Orioles' last 11 games at home. I feel like Burns is going to shove, and I feel like Berrios is going to give up some runs, but not enough to hit the over, as the over is at 8.5. I don't see this getting close to 8.5. I see this being a very low-scoring game. Yeah, and the last play of the day, I got the over 8.5 runs in the Miami-Detroit game. The over has hit in Miami's last 8 out of 10 games. Just looking at this pitching matchup, Maeda coming off injury and Sixto. Looking at these ERAs genuinely scares me. And hopefully their managers are doing good. I'm releasing players, putting them on the auction block. I don't know what's going on. Not enough large sample size for either team facing the pitchers that they're going against. I don't see this a problem. Looking at the ERAs and the way they pitch, they're throwing meatballs this whole year. I'm not scared of this game going under. I like 8.5. You can even play this down to 7.5 to even be even more careful, but 8.5 should be more than good. Feels being a very high-scoring game. Over has hit in the last 7 of Miami's last 8 games. They put up 6 against Wheeler. If they can put up 6 against Wheeler and the Phillies, I feel like they can put up 50 against Maeda at this point. The way they've been putting up plenty of numbers, and just another pick that I really like. Just to recap the picks, we got Phillies money line to start off with. We got the Diamondbacks money line at home, first game. I did sweep them last time. I love this. Rangers at home against the Guardians. Orioles, we have their money line under 8.5 and -1.5. And then to finish off, we have the Marlins Tigers over 8.5. And that'll be it for the MLB plays.
My first pick, we've been going over to the Mavericks and OKC game, and it's going to be Kyrie Irving over 4.5 rebounds. It's at -130 on DraftKings. This has been a wagon all season long. You can see here in his last 5, he's hit this 80%, last 20, 90%, and in the last 10, 90%. Head-to-head, he's gone over 100%. Going over to the last 5, you can see here, he's hit this 4 out of his last 5 at home against OKC already this series. And then he went over twice against the Clippers in their series and then missed by just 1 first game at home against them. But if you look here, the minutes are all here. He's got 40-plus minutes in almost every game, and any player who's playing 40-plus minutes has a chance to get a bunch of boards. If you look at the rebound chances, they've been in double digits almost every single time with 13, 11, and 10. So I like him to grab just half of them because I feel like he is going to get around that mark, around 12, 11 rebound chances for the game. So I like him to easily grab just half of them And then here in the last 10, this is playoffs and regular season, he gets 7, 7, 8, 7, 8. So sometimes he even almost doubles his line. Look here at the rebound chances. He goes double digits so many times. The Thunder are away, and I feel like this is a must-win game for them, so they're going to take a bunch of shots. They're going to be aggressive. So I like him to end in that 12 to 11 rebound chances at least, and I see him definitely clearing this prop at 4.5. It might get bumped up even. I think they've bumped this prop up in the past a bunch to 5 flat or even 5.5. As you can see, in all of 2023, not that it matters a lot because we are in the playoffs now, he's gone over this 76% of times. It's just good to see and encouraging to see that he clears this prop in the playoffs and the regular season. It's nothing new to him to go out there and grab some boards. Another thing I love about this prop is that the Thunder, the 20th worst against point guards when it comes to allowing rebounds. So it just adds even more value to this play. So that's going to be my first NBA play of the day. Kyrie Irving over 4.5 rebounds at home. My next play in the NBA is going to be in the same game. It's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander under 7.5 rebounds, playing away from home. Odds are currently minus 115 on DraftKings. Shai has gone under this mark in 16 out of his last 19 games on the road this season. You can see that here in the playoffs and regular season. So with that hit rate, I already love this play as it is. To go a little more in depth, head-to-head, he hit it last time against them, this most recent game, but that is because he had 17 rebound chances. And then as you can see, he played him in February, and then in December didn't even come close to that mark. Not that it matters, we are in the playoffs, so we're going to go over to the last 5. In the last 5, he has hit it both times away recently, but that is because the rebound chances have been absolutely insane with 18 and 17. Because if we look at the last 10, first away game against the Pelicans with only 5, not even close. At 8 out of his last 10, you can see the rebound chances. They spiked up these past 2 recent games away from home, but I expect it to come back down to earth and normal at about 8 or 7. And if as long as it stays there, I don't see him even coming close. I see him getting 5 probably this game. Let's go to the last 20. You see here, in the last 20, he's hit this 17 out of 20 times, so an 85% hit rate in the playoffs and the regular season. It's nice to see that. It's a bigger sample size of rebound chances. I know a lot more rebound chances happen in the playoffs because the teams miss a lot more because the defense is much better. But I just don't see it staying at 18 and 17 rebound chances, and I expect him to come back down to earth at 8 and 7, maybe 9, but even at that, I don't see him hitting this mark. That's asking for him to grab almost every board that he has a chance to grab, and I just don't see it happening. I know it can be risky to bet on a player under for any prop, especially someone like Shai who plays so many minutes, so I also do like his first quarter rebounds under. I guess you can call this kind of like my third pick or second and a half pick. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander under 2.5 first quarter rebounds at minus 180 on DraftKings. This is a little more safer play just because he's going to be out there for a lot of minutes the entire game, and rebounds could just fly to him. You never know. Nothing's a lock. They could just come to him. First quarter, he's obviously going to play all 12 minutes, but you see here, he has gone under this mark in 16 out of his last 17 games on the road, including the playoffs. I also feel like he's going to be trying to take over a more of a scorer role in this upcoming game because they cannot afford to go down 3-1 to the Mavs. So if you don't feel like taking Shai full game under rebounds, you can stick with the first quarter rebounds at minus 180, so a little bit under, a little less risk, but that is yours to decide. That's going to be wrapping up all the picks for today, and we hope you guys enjoyed this video.